Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host, with my co-host, Mr. Bill. Just sitting here at the house, chilling. It is September 12th, 2024. I'm off today, so I need to do a little bit of stuff around the house, but I figured since I got off early today, I worked 10 to 6:30 instead of 11 to 7 like I normally do. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a podcast when I get home. And yesterday I only ended up covering 2 subjects. I wanted to cover more, so I was like, fuck it. Let's do a podcast. I got to fix the mower. As far as updates, that fucking blows. I ran over some carpet, so we're going to put it up on some ramps and cut out the carpet and shit. Got to get some pictures developed at Walmart, so might run to Walmart, grab a couple things. But as far as that, maybe, if I got time, maybe me and Sammy will watch a movie, do a movie review later tonight or something. So, I don't know. It's just going to be a chill day. Worst case scenario, I'm going to do this podcast this morning, take the rest of the morning off, watch some TV, sit back, relax, eat, and probably do a podcast early morning tomorrow or sometime tomorrow sometime. So, let's get on with the show though. So this story is a little old, but I just wanted to share it anyways. You might not have heard it. Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, Kamala's running mate for vice presidency, had recently, his motorcade had ran into a press van. And apparently crashed into the Secret Service or whatever, crashed into a press van. Bad enough to where there was literally like broken bones and shit of the people inside the vehicle. And Tim Walz thought it was a good idea to drive on past and not even stop and, see if everyone was okay. Now I've said this 1,000 times on this channel, like, I voted for Trump on his second term. I'm not like a Trump-tard, but I'm not anti-Trump either. I think he is the lesser of two evils, but it is odd and funny though. Imagine if Trump had done the exact same thing. Like if Trump's motorcade had ran into a press van and wrecked it and the person inside broke some bones and shit. The media would tear him a new asshole. Pardon my French. But I do just find it funny and find it odd. I don't know. But speaking of Walz, I don't know if you all have seen this. He has a brother, Jeff Walz, who is literally endorsing Trump. And says that his brother, Tim Walz, is not the type of person you want making decisions for your future, are his literal words. And apparently him and his relationship with his brother is so bad that his brother said, I could literally tell you some stories. So, will he in the future tell some stories of the family drama of his brother Tim Walz? I would love it. I would love for him to spill some tea so I could share it on this channel because I love content. And we all know Tim Walz is a scumbag. He's the dude behind putting tampons in boys' bathrooms, Yeah, so, and you gotta fuck up too, because, like, I come from, like, me and my mother are estranged. Me and my older brother, not my oldest, like, do not get along. I've had words with him. He's just a scumbag. Like, my whole life, he's grew up calling me faggot and shit. And turns out, like, he actually has done, like, gay stuff with other males. I just find it funny. Like, my dad was the same way. He used to call me faggot and stuff, and like put me down, and because I've always been kind of feminine and stuff. And my dad was the same way. Like, he had done gay stuff with other dudes, and my mom had like found gay porn on the computer, and he was getting into homosexuality. Like, one of the last few times I'd actually seen him, he was wearing like a pinky ring, and like, which I wear a pinky ring, but it's literally the ring of power from Lord of the Rings, and it only fits my pinky. But like, it was weird. The last time I had seen my father, like, he had started talking with a lisp. And it's my dad. I knew my dad my entire life. Like, he never spoke with a lisp. But like, I come from, like, honestly, like a broken family. Like, my dad's in prison. I'm estranged from my mom. I'm pretty estranged from my older brother. I only get along with two of my brothers. Yeah, my ex-wife is dead. Like, my family's pretty fucking broken, but you gotta fuck up, like, pretty bad for your own brother, Jeff Walz, to talk shit on you and say, like, fuck that dude, I'm endorsing Trump, do not vote for my brother. Like, even my older brother, we don't hate each other. He probably hates me because he's the type of person to actually accept hate within his heart. Even though he's a Christian and he's not supposed to hate, I could actually see my older brother, Brandon, being like, I hate Abe. But I don't hate my older brother. I love him. We just don't get along, you know? I do think he needs, like, his ass beat, like, one really good time, just get his ass fucking beat. But, like, if he ran for president and the news came up to me and was like, hey, Lucas and Joseph, your other two brothers, are supporting Brandon, he's running for president, why aren't you supporting him? What do you have to say about your brother? You know what I would say? No comment. You don't want to comment? Nope. I wish him the best. In the words of Donald Trump, I wish him the best. And close my door and go about my day. That's what I would do. So you really gotta fuck up when your brother's like, fuck that dude. Next story. Let's get into a little bit of music conspiracy, but it is current to what's going on. So, RFK, when he endorsed Trump, came out to, there goes my hero, watch him as he... You know the song. Foo Fighters. Apparently, Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters are all mad because RFK came out to their song and tried to sue RFK and the Trump administration. They bought the rights to the song. So, a lot of people don't know this. And I used to be a musician. I was the lead singer of a punk band. Most musicians do not own the rights to their music. They get a percentage of radio play, CD sales. If your song is used on a movie, they get a percentage of that. But they do not own their own music. When you sign on to a record, the record company owns your music. You just get a percentage. They can fuck you. Sharon Osbourne, there's a famous story that Sharon Osbourne's father was the record executive for Ozzy Osbourne during Black Sabbath. Her and her father became estranged because they were fucking over Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne. It's a whole long rabbit hole. Maybe one day we'll do an episode on it because I do like music history and shit. Maybe we'll have to start it. Honestly, dude, there's this podcast that I listen to called No Dogs in Space. Go check it out. It's like a music history podcast. It's actually pretty fucking dope. It's with Marcus Parks from last podcast on the left. But I was thinking, like, they almost inspired me. I'm like, dude, I should start doing music history podcasts, like, on different musicians who I like, you know. Um, but I, dude, I separate the art from the artist. I love the Foo Fighters music. I love Nirvana. Um, but Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters in general fucking suck dick, dude. For one, they were trying to sue. They can't fucking sue. They killed their fucking drummer. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly. Back when the jab was going on, they made their fucking drummer take the jab. He didn't want to take it. He literally died right afterwards. They made this weird ass movie like Hotel 666 or something, which came out like either during or before, right before or after. The whole thing was weird, and the whole concept of the movie is like they all do some weird satanic ritual, and like I think Dave Grohl becomes possessed or something and starts killing the bandmates and shit. I don't know. The whole thing is just like, okay. I try not to be. The whole thing's just fucking weird. I mean, this is a conspiracy channel, so like, what do you say to that? So that whole thing just makes me sad. And there's conspiracy that he's tied in with the death of Kurt Cobain. Him and fucking Kurt's old lady, whatever the fuck her name is. She's a piece of trash. But, I don't know. Fuck Dave Grohl. Fuck the Foo Fighters. Next story. So let's talk a little more on Donald Trump. Like I said earlier in this episode, I'm not a Trump tard. I was an RFK guy. My guy dropped out, so I'm not voting this year. If you've watched any of my previous episodes, you knew that I was all the way for RFK. And now that RFK is dropping out and supporting Trump, I'm done. I'm not voting. But I do believe that Trump is the lesser of two evils. Dr. Phil. I've been listening to, this is just podcast talk. A little bit of politics, podcast talk. I love listening to, I grew up on Dr. Phil, like the TV show and shit. And I know the conspiracy's all about the ranch and shit. Maybe one day we'll do a deep dive episode on the ranch. And what's her name? Bad Baby or whatever. Catch me outside. How about that? But, I love his new podcast. It's, Fill in the Blanks. He actually gets, like, awesome fucking guests. He's had RFK Jr. on there, Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, who I despise, but it was a good interview, and I was curious. To me, I listen to people that I don't like if it's, to me, an important person. Like, pretty sure Rudy Giuliani was partially behind 9/11, along with the Bush family, Cheney, the dancing Israeli, Mossad. Just saying, Rudy Giuliani has played his part in 9/11. So that's why I was listening to the interview. But, Fill in the Blanks is Dr. Phil's podcast. Dr. Phil had Donald Trump on and was bringing up, this is fucking insane, and not enough people have been talking about it. Not enough people in the conspiracy community, which is who should be talking about it. Nobody's talking about this. Dr. Phil pulled up a map and was like, hey, if you become president, are you going to do something about China buying all this land on U.S. soil? And Donald Trump was just like, huh? What? And he's like, here's a map of all this farmland that China is buying up. And they're calling them wind farms. And they're building towers for windmills. without blades. There's no blades on these windmills. Now, this is where it gets crazy. All the farmland where these windmills are at, that China is buying up, they're all surrounded. They're surrounding military bases. And Donald Trump was just like, that's weird. So, this is what pisses me off, though. You're telling me the former president of the United States was not notified that the Chinese were buying up all this farmland surrounding military bases. We do business with them, but they are kind of like an enemy, in my opinion. And it's concerning at all that any foreign nation would buy up all this land on your own American soil. That should be concerning to anyone. I don't give a fuck if it's Canada. I don't care if it's Nicaragua. Nobody should be buying thousands of acres, thousands of miles of American soil, especially around military bases. So, where does this leave us? Was he not being told about this? Is the deep state that infiltrated even? Because I know we've talked about this before. I'm not saying that Trump is a good guy. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just curious in general. Because I don't know what to think about the motherfucker. Because if he is evil, why are they trying to kill him? Like on... I don't know, man. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around it. Because I'm kind of 50-50 even on the assassination attempt, man. Like, were they trying to kill him? Was it staged? And people go, well, someone died there. Well, 9/11 was an inside job. We know that the American government has no problem killing American people. Look at Waco. So either Trump is completely fucking ignorant and was not being told about this, or he knew about it and just let it happen during his presidency. Or, when was all this land bought? That's what I would like to know. If anyone knows, hit me up in the comments. But essentially, Phil was talking about it, bringing it to his attention, and that's a big concern for Dr. Phil, as well as me. Which, by the way, we've been doing movie reviews and covering movies on this channel, watching and reviewing conspiracy-related movies. Red Dawn is one that we're going to cover. I need to. It's so hard. Sammy's got this new job and she's coming home later than usual. She used to come home like at a decent hour, but now she's coming home late like every fucking day. It fucking blows. Because we can't even go out and have fun and do shit or do movie reviews. Like, we used to enjoy watching movies together and reviewing them, But Red Dawn. And I brought this up, I believe, on the channel before. Like, there was videos and shit and bases in Canada of they were training Chinese military over there, using Canadian soil as Chinese military fucking training grounds and shit. So, like, why is no one talking about the threat of China? Like, am I crazy? Is it all in my head? Is this not a concern to you guys with China? Like, I feel like I'm in a room alone going, is anyone else freaked out by China? And I just feel like no one's fucking talking about it. Just me. I'm the only one scared about China in World War III. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? But one thing that I found interesting with the Dr. Phil interview too was Trump made an interesting statement. He said, referring to the coup they did on Joe Biden, that whole thing was fucking weird. We covered that when it happened. Um, Trump was like, oh, I know people on the other side and people who I'm friends with, and I talk to them, and they threatened Joe Biden that if he didn't step down and from the presidential race, that they threatened the 25th Amendment on him. Which the 25th Amendment has been threatened on Joe Biden at least twice. I mean, I've covered it twice within the past 4 years. Which episode? I don't know. I have like over 300 episodes. Go find it. We covered it twice. The Republicans at least have tried to do the 25th Amendment on Biden twice. But this time, like, they told him, if you don't step down, they threatened him, we're going to do it. And you're going to have the Republicans who want you out, and you're also going to have the Democrats who want you out. So no one's coming to save you. You will be out of presidency. I found that interesting. But next subject. Go check out that interview, though. It's a good interview. Dr. Phil, fill in the blanks. It's on Spotify. Donald Trump. Yeah, good interview. It's only like 45 minutes long. Alright, let's talk a little bit of inside baseball. YouTube is purging again. Thank God. I'm actually thankful sometimes that I am a smaller channel because I'm last on the list to get purged. But it is getting insane. They purged one of my favorite blue pill channels, MXR Plays. It's literally an Asian couple, Henry and I forget her name. They like react to like crazy memes. It's blue pill shit. Like when I listen, well, I used to whenever we were allowed to have headphones at work, but during the day before work, I'll listen to conspiracy shit. And then I podcast before work. But when I get home and I'm going to bed, I do not put on conspiracy shit. I just unwind and I put on blue pill shit. One of my favorite channels was MXR Plays. And they just react to like dumb, stupid shit. Like crazy memes, silly videos. They're a cute couple. They don't cuss. They're not raunchy. They're like literally like, I don't know, somebody you would go on a double date with. Like, they're awesome fucking people. They got taken out. Candace Owens got completely taken off of YouTube, which I'm not big on Candace Owens. I mean, I think she's hot. I like all races and colors of people. I just like every flavor. I've been with black girls. I've been with Asian. I've been with Puerto Rican. I'm just happy if a girl likes me and you know, she's hot. Honestly, I'm a classic liberal. I'm an occultist. She's Christian. She's a Republican. But I listen to all types of shit. I'll listen to Tucker Carlson. I love Tucker Carlson. Super Republican. Christian. But she's not my cup of tea. But they took her down, which is fucking crazy. They took a shit ton of other people down. And I was telling my wife, man, I was like, dude, ever since I restarted my channel earlier this year, because I took a whole year off, if you guys remember. I took a whole year off, and when I came back, I said I'm not self-censoring anymore. I'm just not. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. And knock on wood, I haven't received any strikes and shit. And I was getting creeped out. There's this thing called the Irish curse. When life is going too good, the Irish, we all get nervous because that means something's around the corner, something bad. And I was telling my wife about it. I'm like, dude, how the fuck? I've been talking crazy shit, like going deep down the rabbit hole. How the fuck have I not gotten a strike yet? And I'm like, I'm thankful, but it's coming. So a purge is going on right now, and it makes sense too. Somebody said it the other day. I think it was fucking the quartering. Election season's around the corner. That's why they're purging all this fucking YouTube channels, man. Election season's like literally next month. I think November 5th or something. Remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes. Um so I'm going, and honestly, one thing I was bringing up with my wife too, I was like, I used to get in more trouble when I self-censored. And now that I haven't censored at all, I get in less trouble. Knock on wood. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Um I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to say it again, you guys have to get off YouTube, dude. You have to get off fucking YouTube. I know I sound like a broken record. You guys got to start getting on Rumble, Spotify. I get so tired of hearing it, dude, and I see it in comment sections and it drives me fucking nuts. I'm going to start commenting on other commenters because I get tired of hearing it of, oh, my favorite channels are all gone. You know, I used to listen to Pockets of the Future. I used to listen to Owen Benjamin. I used to listen to Tinfoil Hat. I used to listen to Alex Jones. Everyone's gone. No one's here no more. Then get off YouTube. Get off of YouTube, dude. It's that simple. Rumble. I actually went and tried out Rumble. Works great. Works just like YouTube. Spotify works great. Spotify has video now. Get off of fucking YouTube. And you know, I'm not doing this for the money, but here's one nice thing. I have been a content creator for 7 or 8 years now. Never made a penny off of fucking YouTube. I had joined Anchor, immediately started making money. Only made $30 after 300 podcasts. I only made $30, but that's $10 for every 100 podcast. Fucking Rumble. I joined the other day. I'm uploading my backlog onto it. I have 300 something episodes. I'm already making money off of it. I've been on YouTube for 7 or 8 years. Never made a cent. You guys have got to get off YouTube, dude. And if you're a content creator and you're still fucking with YouTube, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. You get the exact same thing with Rumble. I don't understand why people cannot just... You can download it onto your phone as a little symbol that you just click on. I have Spotify on my desktop. Like, I don't fucking understand. I don't get it. If you guys want conspiracy, go over there. And people are like, well, then why are you on YouTube? I really don't know, honestly. I really don't know why I'm on YouTube still. I don't self-censor. My time is limited, you know. I guess there's that part of me that's still trying to reach people and wake people up, I guess. But I did hand down my sword, you know. But I don't know. I guess I don't know why am I on here? But I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I love you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. I like to hit the 30-minute mark. That's Mr. Bill saying goodbye. How have you all been doing, though? You all been alright? Everybody good? I hope so. Let's see what we covered. We covered the YouTube purge. We covered Tim Walz, him and his brother's beef. We covered Dr. Phil, his interview with Trump. We covered Tim Walz literally smashing into a press van, his motorcade, and not getting out of the car. By the way, like, doesn't that tell you the character of that person? Like, to not even get out of the car and see if anyone's okay. Like, and people are gonna actually vote for that. That blows my fucking mind. Like, to me, If I seen that and drove past that, I would be like, are you kidding me? Like, you're not gonna get out and fucking check on these people and you want my fucking vote? Like, I don't know. But y'all have a good day.